Hello, and thank you for joining me today on this week's edition of Inspiring Interviews. I'm your host, Shayna Mejia. Today, I welcome Margaret Gordon. She is a trained opera singer with a bachelor's degree and master's degree in vocal performance, and is certified in somatic voice work as well as voice science pedagogy. Thank you so much for joining us today, Margaret.
Thank you for having me.
My first question for you is, why did you decide to study the voice in the first place?
Well, I've been singing my whole life, ever since I was a little girl, and it gave me a lot of joy. And I started doing lots of theater and performance growing up, and then I decided to go to school for college. I found out that I really liked opera singing, but I enjoyed all types of singing. I did gospel, musical theater, and when I was a sophomore, my voice coach found out that I was in gospel choir, and he told me that I needed to decide if I wanted to sing for fun or sing for a career, and I couldn't do both. And it was heartbreaking because I loved singing those other styles. And when I stopped singing, gospel singing, I ended up losing my confidence, and I kind of forgot how to sing. And I found out what happened was more psychological than physical, and it gave me a lot of passion to try to understand what was going on. And I found out how to sing again, and I ended up leaving opera much later in life and studied voice science and somatic voice work, which helps with more contemporary styles.
That's very interesting. What is the most common concern you face with your students?
The most common thing I face is almost everyone I meet is insecure about their voice. They think that maybe they're not very good, and I think that's very normal. Singing is very personal. It's not like other instruments. And so the first thing I do with them is I help them gain confidence and knowing that every voice is beautiful, and you just learn how to use it to make the sound you want it to make, and it's very simple. So, yeah.
Have you ever come across a student that you couldn't help?
Some students are more difficult than others. So I think the most difficult student I face has been either psychological trauma or physical trauma to the vocal folds. Those are very difficult to help the student because there's more obstacles they have to overcome than someone who doesn't have as much trauma. Teenagers are also very difficult for different reasons, but I try to help everybody. I think it's my job to help them if they come into my studio.
That's a very great message and attitude to have as a teacher, I think. And what do you think is a common misconception that people have about the voice?
I think the most common misconception is that everyone is built with a certain voice that works with a certain style. So sometimes I'll have students ask, oh, am I a country singer or a rock singer, or should I do opera? And I think it really depends on what gives them joy, what style gives them excitement to sing. And then you can teach the muscles in the throat and the body to make those sounds appropriately. So that's something I find. Everyone can sing different ways, just like you can play different sports. So
that's a very good analogy. And why are you so passionate about helping people sing across the board?
Well, it gives me a lot of joy. I find that I started on a path of performance and realized I love that too, but I get so much more joy in my day when I help people learn how to sing. It's very rewarding to watch your student get better, and you can see how happy they are about it, and that makes you feel really good. It's like solving problems together. It's really fun. So it's just my passion.
So you can sing as a passion and teach others how to sing as your passion, and can just combine both powers.
Yeah, I'm very lucky. It's very fun.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for watching this week's inspiring interview with my special guest, Margaret Gordon. I'm Shayna Mejia, and I hope you have a wonderful evening, and join us next time. Thank you so much.